Hey everybody, it's Brian here. We are here with the Vox from Kobo, brand new tablet from a little Canadian ebook reader company. Take a quick look at this. It actually kind of looks like every single other little 7-inch Android tablet. There's not too much different on the front. Bezels are a little bit larger than the Kindle Fire. That, at least in part, is because of these 3 touch buttons at the bottom right here. You've got back menu and home, and then at the top, you can sort of barely make out. There's a little charging light up there. The other major difference physically, you turn it over, it's got this very distinctive diamond pattern on the back, which is very similar to every single other Kobo device. Makes it a little bit different, makes it, I guess, a little bit easier to grip. It's got some traction on there. Bottom of the device, got the micro USB port, headphone jack down there, some physical volume buttons, a micro SD slot, so this does have expandable memory, and then rolling over to the top, this is the power button. And then right there, sort of on the corner, it's an interesting placement for the speaker grill, but it's actually kind of nice. It's sort of out of the way because whether you're holding it in portrait or landscape, it's actually pretty hard to obscure that. For the most part, this is actually a pretty standard gingerbread tablet. Kobo hasn't really done that much to make it stand out. So you're looking at the home page right here. You've got some apps. You can roll into the app menu right there. Again, looking pretty standard. There are a few differences to the UI. You can actually see there are some large book icons right here. These are the books that we've downloaded on the front page, and then roll over to this side. This actually has it's a giant Facebook module right there. One of the interesting things about this is that unlike the Nook tablet and the Kindle Fire, which are the cheap competition of this device, Kobo isn't really positioning this that much as a multimedia device. It's more of kind of a souped-up reader. So this thing doesn't ship with Netflix. It doesn't ship with Hulu, and actually you can't get those from the App Store. This is not an open app store. One of the interesting things about the app store that they're using on the Kobo reader right here is that it's not actually a devoted app. There's a shortcut on the desktop, and it's going to bring up the browser right here. And it's actually a Kobo Get Jar store. So here's where you can get your applications. One of the other things is it's not a customized browser. This is actually the standard Android browser, which means that when we load pages, we're doing right now, you get the mobile version. So it's a little bit of a bummer. It's $199. However, it's a pretty good price, or was a pretty good price for a 7-inch Android tablet. But now it's pretty hard to look at this thing and not compare it directly to the Kindle Fire, which on most accounts is looking like a bit of a better reader. There are some interesting things here, however, though. Aside from the Facebook app right here, there's also an application called Reading Life, which you can get across all of the different Kobo readers. So this is actually sort of a way of kind of making your reading competitive. It's going to tell you how long you've been reading, how many pages you've been reading, and then if you're the sort of person who likes to share this thing over social networking, you can actually connect this over Facebook and show people all of the wonderful awards that you've won, because Kobo will give you awards if you do in fact read enough. This is actually a huge part of Kobo's strategy right now. They're really positioning themselves as a social reader, and they've actually got some pretty good distribution through Facebook at this point. So we will see how that shapes up in the near future. In the moment, however, sadly, not a particularly compelling device.